What else did you want to know? I've analyzed the region's tribe to determine how they might be useful. I may tell you more at a later time, if it suits me. What else did you want to know? I know he's a coward, hiding behind an army of robots ensconced in that tower of his like a wizard in one of those Grodneck comic books. Some say he's a man, others a machine. I don't care. He's in the way. What else did you want to know? Ironically, I was born a profligate myself, a citizen of the NCR. My family lived not far from the great boneyard. After raiders killed my father, my mother sought the followers' protection. I was 2 years old. She found work at their library, cooking and cleaning. I learned how to read, and soon I was taking courses, free of charge. Oh yes, raised in that tradition, and the teaching stuck. I was taught it was my responsibility to bring the torch of knowledge to the waste. I may have taken the torch part more literally than they intended. When I was 20, the followers sent me east to Grand Canyon. It was my first expedition, just me and a physician named Calhoun. As an anthropologist and linguist, my assignment was to learn the dialects of the Grand Canyon tribes. What a fucking waste of time. If you think it's worthwhile to make smart people learn how to talk like backward savages, you're a follower of the apocalypse, or an idiot. Anyway, we met up with a Mormon missionary who already knew a bunch of dialects, Joshua Graham. He was supposed to teach me, but before that went too far, the Blackfoot tribe captured us to hold us for ransom. They were a backward bunch, but the real problem was they didn't know how to fight. The Blackfoot were at war with 7 other tribes, each just as pissant as they were. But outnumbered like that, they weren't going to last long. It's one thing to be taken hostage, another to be lashed to a sinking ship. So over Calhoun's objections, I decided to take certain steps. I taught them how to use the guns they already had, how to strip and clean them, how to breathe when pulling a trigger, how to reload ammunition. They looked at me like I was some kind of a sorcerer. So I taught them how to make explosives and started drilling them on small unit tactics. If there's anything I learned as a follower of the apocalypse, it's that there's a lot of good information in old books. Divide et impera, divide and conquer. I led the Blackfoot against the Ridgers, their weakest enemy. When they refused to surrender, I ordered every man, woman, and child killed. When next we surrounded the Kaibabs, and they likewise refused, I took one of their envoys to the Ridgers' village and showed him the corpse piles. This was new for the tribes, you see. They played at war, raiding each other, a little rape and pillage here, a little ransoming there. I showed them total warfare. Like I said, there's a lot you can learn from old books. Kaibabs joined me, and the Fredonians after that. All the pissant tribes with names that should be forgotten. I knew from the start I'd need to eradicate this plague of tribal identities, replacing them with a monolithic culture, a uniform identity. So that's what I did once my confederation of tribes was large enough. I crowned myself Caesar and created a single great tribe, my legion. I sent Calhoun, the follower captured with me back west, with a message that I should not be interfered with. Joshua Graham, the Mormon interpreter, stayed with me and served as my first legatus. That's right. Decades of warfare, absorbing lesser tribes, gathering power, forging the dross into a vast, razor-sharp scythe. My legion's expansion has never ceased. Much of the Utah and Colorado and all of Arizona and New Mexico are mine. We have cities of our own, but nothing compared to Vegas. Finally, my legion will have its Rome. What else did you want to know? I used Imperial Rome as the model for my legion precisely because it was so foreign, so alien. I'd seen what had become of the NCR's attempts to emulate the culture of pre-war America, the infighting, the corruption. Rome was a highly militarized autocracy that effectively integrated the foreign cultures it conquered. It dedicated its citizens to something higher than themselves, to the idea of Rome itself. In Rome, I found a template for a society equal to the challenges of the post-apocalyptic world, a society that could and would survive, a society that could prevent mankind from fracturing and destroying itself in this new world by establishing a new Pax Romana. It means a nationalist, imperialist, totalitarian, homogeneous culture that obliterates the identity of every group it conquers. Long-term stability at all costs. The individual has no value beyond his utility to the state, whether as an instrument of war or production. No, I'll destroy it because it's inevitable that it be destroyed. It's Hegelian dialectics, not personal animosity. How do I put this basically now? It's a philosophical theory, the kind you might encounter if you took time to read some books. The fundamental premise is to envision history as a sequence of dialectical conflicts. Each dialectic begins with a proposition, a thesis, which inherently contains or creates its opposite, an antithesis. Thesis and antithesis. The conflict is inevitable, but the resolution of the conflict yields something new, a synthesis, eliminating the flaws in each, leaving behind common elements and ideas. The bombs wiped the slate clean. Human civilization descended to a level of ignorance that effectively set our cultural progress back to zero. The NCR has all the problems of the ancient Roman Republic: extreme bureaucracy, corruption, extensive senatorial infighting. Just as with the ancient republic, it is natural that a military force should conquer and transform the NCR into a military dictatorship. Thesis and antithesis. The Colorado River is my Rubicon. The NCR Council will be eradicated, but the new synthesis will change the Legion as well, from a basically nomadic army to a standing military force that protects its citizens and the power of its dictator. What else did you want to know? What else then? Complete your mission and return to me.
Pretty obvious. And this guy, if you're like talking to people, you're gonna have to, well, this guy has a lot to talk about. So there's Ulutid, creature on mythical mountains. But he's an outdoor brute, you know. Well, Ulutid is in
Lead the way.
outdoor brutes, there are many, and on his heart and mountain road. It's not in the direct, it's only in mountain road directly. But that's about it. That person just teleports. Richard should be sitting on a diver pod.
I'll wait. Are you ready to return to Cottonwood Cove? Very well. True to
I'll tell you what, you find plenty of deathclaws in this game. You do not want to go here if you do not have good ammo, good weapons. Last time I literally unloaded all my firemen in it, and that didn't even kill all of them. I still had to pick out a few. It's not that stretch what I would do. And pretty much all you have to do is just basically go upstream. You see, and then to see a little path that goes east. You take that path and you'll find plenty of deathclaws still. You'll find plenty of deathclaw eggs, pretty much plenty of everything. I look at the shooting, it really seems like people are really supporting it. Yeah, I am actually kind of surprised that hasn't really made any effort yet. Apparently in America, people just basically don't really kill too much, and 30 seconds you start shooting, you have them people right behind you, like supporting you and everything. It's just pretty and messed up. Those people pretty much all over America saying shooting was a good thing. They should be the kids were pretty much. It's kind of. I'm pretty sure if you just basically took out the government stabilized and everything, and the army, those will just disappear. It'll just end up just being like a gang society. You don't believe what I believe, and then you just get shown fate. No questions asked, nothing. And then I'm switching back to my hunting shotgun. I'm pretty sure it's at some point someone should probably just gonna get a nuclear bomb in America. Just society will probably collapse as soon as to terrorists have anyway those button and shut them off. Don't know if it's in difficult. I probably did and don't really remember. What's XP is still to give? It's about 100. Gotta upgrade my games bit, or not upgrade. I might figure out something that makes my games better and my game skill. So that's